Hi guys, it's Swantongirly back again. My battery's flashing again. Oh my god. Back again with another video, and this is a little series I'm wanting to do. Obviously, if you watched my hello, I'm back, welcome back kind of Swantongirly video, I talked a lot about indie shows, and yeah, we've discovered a lot of indie shows that are coming over here to Northern Ireland, down to Dublin. A lot of ones based around the island, as I will call it, both north and south, that we have absolutely fallen in love with and wouldn't be without right at the moment. I think we can count, since February, we've maybe been to about 10 to 12 indie shows alone, from February up here till November, so it's been really exciting. I've loved getting to know all the indie guys and all the wrestlers that are over here. It's nuts to think that there is so many over here, and for so long I had no clue about it. I remember going to one back in 2010, maybe 2011, and I actually went back to that one in February for my first time in 7 years, and it was such a warm welcome. But we will get to that promotion. I'm going to talk about each of the promotions separately, because I think that's only fair that I do it separately at the moment. So Sunday the 5th of November, and this show is Uprising. It was Uprising, Rise to the Throne tournament show. Uprising is a pretty new promotion. They only started in February, and we went to their first show in February, and they kind of rotate it every other month for a show from Uprising. So this is their latest show, Rise to the Throne, held in the Europa, which is a hotel over here in Northern Ireland. It's right in the city centre in Belfast. They usually have it downstairs, and this time they were able to bring it upstairs to the ballroom. I've been in the ballroom a couple of times in Europa. It's a very nice room, all seated, quite low ceiling, so maybe not as high-flying moves, but yes, this is their latest show, Uprising, Rise to the Throne. So we had a couple of matches announced for this, qualifiers, as you should say. We had 4 qualifiers and then a couple of bonus matches, and then they announced that the final would be the 4 guys who went through from the qualifiers would be partaking in a 4-way, which would be an elimination, and then the winner would come from that, which is very good. So but I want to talk about the show in general. We paid it was about £10 in. We bought our tickets online at Eventbrite, and that got us into the show, a seat, and it included the meet and greet beforehand. It's free meet and greet, started at 2 o'clock, so we were there a wee bit earlier just because getting seats is very important. We like to be quite close to the front, ringside, if we can. We don't mind it, but we would rather be at ringside, so we were able to get in and get our ringside seats right beside the ring. I will put a photo up here now. Yeah, so that was our view for the night. It was very good. We really enjoyed it, and it gives us a bit more interaction, I suppose, with the wrestlers as well, and a bit closer to the action. You can hear and see everything, and try and be prepared to not get landed on. So yeah, meet and greet went great. Posters, t-shirts on sale, and then the show started about 3:30. We started off the show with a fantastic match. I can't say enough about this match. It was Jordan Devlin, WWE UK superstar Jordan Devlin, versus Scotty. Scotty is only like 16, 17. Correct me if I'm wrong, Scotty, but I've heard you're only 16, 17. And Jordan Devlin is one of the hottest rising stars in Ireland at the moment. He is pretty much up there. He is, every match I've seen him perform in, he has brought it, and it is awesome. So and Scotty is the same. Scotty, for his age, is nuts. Like, he can really put on a really good match, high flying, it's fast paced. So pretty much when this was announced, everyone was like, yes, we really like this, and they did not disappoint. I would say it was pretty high up on my match of the night list for Uprising. It was the best starter match. It was awesome. It had a wee bit of high flying, a little bit of diving in and out of the ropes. I'm hopefully going to put up a video here of some stuff. Right. So yeah, that was only some of the stuff we saw. It's hard when you're at wrestling shows. Like, I really want to record everything, and I really want to just take as many photos and videos as I possibly can, because they are awesome, and I know the guys really appreciate it. I want to be in the moment, I want to be experiencing it, I want to be shouting and cheering and chanting, and I want to be watching the match rather than watching it through my phone. So I only got a couple of bits and bobs, but this match, this Jordan Devlin versus Scotty. Of course, Jordan Devlin won this match, but oh my god, it was such an amazing match. Props to these guys. Like, that was a starting match. That was the first match of the night, and it was nuts, and it just set the tone for the whole night. It was really good. The atmosphere was great. As I said, Jordan and Scotty always put on amazing matches anyway, so just to get both of them in the ring fighting was pretty cool, and I'm glad I got to experience that. So yeah, that was the first match of the night. The first qualifier of the night, which was Curtis Murray, up and coming Belfast wrestling star, as we shall say. He's getting his way around, versus Russell Dempster. Now, we saw these guys for the first time ever in February, at the very first Uprising show. First time ever meeting and knowing who these guys were. It's 6 months on, and oh my god, as I said, Curtis Murray now wrestles OTT, main show OTT, Joe Uprising, and he has such a great set of wrestling skills. He is a pleasure to watch. He's high flying. We all know how much I love high flyers. And he's putting his own twist on things, which is pretty awesome. Russell Dempster, we have seen just from February. Me and Stevie talked about this, and the amount of, I don't like to say improvement because I don't want to be offensive, but the amount he's grown since his first match in February. When we watched him in February, he is like a completely different person, and it is awesome to see. And we were so proud. Like, he shouts at us and he gets on, and him and Stevie have a bit of big glasses, but this match was pretty good, Joe, for Curtis being a smaller guy and Russell being a bigger guy, you know, taller guy. These guys really put on a great match, Joe. It was very good, really interactive, a lot of high-flying stuff, a lot of hard hitting. It was great to see, and we were really pleased to get to watch that as well, and get to cheer and shout and do all that. So yeah, I'm gonna put
Oh Jesus!
Got the win and advanced on to the Fatal 4-Way. So that was our first qualifier matches. Brilliant, great way to start off those tournament matches, and thumbs up to both guys. We really loved it. And then we went on to the second qualifier match, which was Brian Core, as we call him, Boo Core, versus Callum Black. Now, we have only seen Callum Black once. It was in a tag team versus the Kings of the North. And Brian Core we've seen a couple of times from a couple of different things. So it was interesting to get to see Callum Black in a one-on-one situation. We've never really seen him wrestle one-on-one and get to experience that. So this is a good match. Really enjoyed it. Good back and forward. There was a moment where they came to our seats and we were asked or shouted at to move. We didn't really know what was happening. I didn't know where to move to. I had kids beside me, I didn't want to crush them, and Callum Black sort of just threw back in the ring. We'd all moved, and it's like, oh, for God's sake, Callum. But it's a very good match. We really enjoyed it. It's always great when there's a bit of comedy involved too. Callum worked that really well, and I will be interested to see how he gets on and what his next match is going to be if he's back. This match, Brian Core pinned Callum, so he moved on to the Fatal 4-Way. So we've got Curtis Murray and Brian Core in the Fatal 4-Way so far. So yeah, next match then in the qualifiers was one of the ones we were very much invested in, which was Blake Richards versus Eddie Stone. Now, we were big Eddie Stone fans. Again, First time ever seeing him wrestle was in February. 6 months, like, it's nuts to think it was 6 months, 6 months ago that we first saw a lot of these guys fighting. Same with Blake Richards. Now, Blake Richards, high flyer, very fast, very bouncy, very everywhere. A lot of fans, but we have a soft spot for Eddie Stone. Eddie Stone's a real bad boy. And we have a bit of a soft spot for him. So I think Stevie and I were the only two cheering him in that whole room. He's come on so far and we love watching him wrestle. He tells a real story and he's very good at being the heel, we'll say. So yeah, we were really interested in this match. A lot have picked Blake Richards to win, so we were fully behind Eddie to see what Eddie could do. I also wanted Eddie in the Fatal 4-Way because of a situation that happened at the last show where he kind of got screwed a little, so I kind of wanted him in that Fatal 4-Way for him to get his revenge. So this match was brilliant. We really loved it. Really, like, not all over the place, I should say, but very well put together in a sense. Eddie really reacted with the crowd. It really worked. It was fantastic. Some great counter moves, some great corner work. Again, it was fantastic. I should put a video in here. So invested. I probably didn't get as many videos of that match as I probably would have liked, but it was a great match. Of course, Eddie Stone won. Bit of an upset. We were really pleased. Again, only 2 people cheering, so it was a bit, but really pleased Eddie got through that. So we now have Curtis Murray, Brian Core and Eddie Stone in the Fatal 4-Way, and we only have one qualifier match to go, and that was this guy right here, him a big fan of, which was Gavin Fitz, the Big Ticket, versus Angel Cruz, who I have to admit, him and Team Prick are kind of like up there with favourites at the moment. They're absolutely fantastic to watch. They're great comedy. They're a great laugh, and it's always fun to see them. I don't know how Angel Cruz gets his voice that high, because we tried it yesterday on the way back, and I don't know how he screams that high. I don't even think I can scream that high. So yeah, this is the final qualifier match. It was Fitz Big Ticket versus Angel Cruz, and of course Angel Cruz has Team Prick, which is Peter and Rick, his bodyguards, who look about 15, 16, I'm gonna guess. They always accompany him and they always help, so it's fine. Great crack with Angel Cruz. Angel Cruz is always a crowd pleaser. His song is so annoying, but it's so catchy and I love it, and I'm gonna put it here. Please don't ask for it all tonight. I was so excited for this match because we were firstly very excited to see Angel Cruz wrestle. We've only seen Angel Cruz in tag teams where it's been a bit of comedy. So we were really interested to see how Angel Cruz wrestled and how he could wrestle. I know he can wrestle, I'm not saying that, but we were really interested to see a one-on-one so close, you know. And obviously I'm a big fan of Fitz, so again, very invested emotionally in the match. So yeah, this was a brilliant match. I really enjoyed this match. So many interferences from Team Prick. A lot of comedy. Again, a lot of comedy. We had the crutches in the middle of it. Team Prick doing old school. I will put that in here because this happens most of the times in Angel Cruz's matches, and it's every time. It's just brilliant. So old school. But yeah, these two guys put on a show. They always do. As I said, most of the wrestlers always do. We are never really disappointed. this match emotionally just broke me. I was like, what's it? And I was heartbroken because Angel Cruz, as he said he would, beat Fitz. I was heartbroken. I thought Fitz was going through. I pretty much banked on Fitz being in the Fatal 4-Way and he wasn't. So props to Angel Cruz. Angel Cruz went through to the Fatal 4-Way. So we now have our Fatal 4-Way contenders: Brian Corr, Curtis Murray, Eddie Stone and Angel Cruz. So that was like all the qualifiers. They then took a quick intermission. Intermission is just where you can buy raffle tickets, go get a drink. There was a bar in the room, so pretty much everyone big did. Some merch about you can buy merch, pop in and out. Sometimes the wrestlers are in and out, but most of the times that's just their break. So so yeah, popped and got some raffle tickets. Raffle was for a family of 4 ticket and a Uprising t-shirt in your size. So I was one ticket off. So back to the seats then. It's about a 10-minute intermission. We then went on to the women's match of the evening. Yes, a women's match. And this was a match picked for the last Uprising show that didn't happen because Team Prick came out and interfered, and it became a tag team. It became a tag team match. But this time we finally got it. The one-on-one of Debbie Keitel versus Amy Alonzi. These girls I love these girls. I met them beforehand and they were so lovely, and Joe, Debbie Keitel is just awesome. I'm going to say it now, Debbie Keitel is awesome. The whole shebang, Debbie Keitel is awesome. Again, we saw her first wrestle in February. It has been 6 months and oh my gosh, she has come on leaps and bounds. She is... oh, she's a girl so much, I love her so much, I don't know how to put it across. Debbie Keitel is just climbing those ranks, and I am so excited for her, and I'm so excited, and I love watching her wrestle, and she's so great, and she's so lovely, and she deserves it, and 2018 is going to be awesome for her. She is going to rock it, and I was so excited to finally see her in a singles match. I've seen her in tag teams. I was just so excited to see her in her singles match. And then there's Amy Alonzi again. She's like, I think she's about 16, 17. Correct me if I'm wrong, Amy. Same as Scotty. I think she's 16, and these girls are just amazing, and they put on a really good match. I was really pleased with it. It was great to watch. We finished with a sharpshooter. We had a knee injury in the middle of it, at the start of it, and Amy worked through that, and it was great, and it was a great story. They told a really good story, and they're best friends, and they had to fight. Oh, so good. And for this one, Debbie Keitel came out on top with the sharpshooter win with submission, and then there was a hug at the end. So we're all good. I was like, please don't kick her in the face. Please don't. These girls are just awesome, and I was so pleased I finally got to see them wrestle one-on-one with no interferences from Team Prick. It was really good, and I can't wait to see both of them wrestle again, whether it's a tag team or again one-on-one, or in a triple threat, or in a fatal 4-way maybe. That would be great, and I really loved it. I'm going to put a video here.
Nope.
And we're back. I actually had to charge the camera. It may have run out of battery. But I believe I finished off with the women's match. So we're going to move on now to the bonus tag team match that we were given at Uprising. A tag team match. Kings of the North, Damien Corbin and Bonesaw versus the Perflex Feud, which is Adam, Fleck and Stephen the Feud Cartel. There we go. It's a bonus match. We didn't think... we've never seen Stephen and Adam tag team before. I've seen them both wrestle on multiple occasions in singles matches. Kings of the North are a big tag team over here in the Northern Ireland and in the South. They wrestle all over the UK as well. So if you see them, give them the high five. They're Belfast boys, so we really appreciate them. But yeah, this is Kings of the North always bring it, so I was very interested to see, especially because it was such a small room up in the ballroom and we were very close. Usually when Kings of the North are out, everything goes down, so we were like, we are going to get crushed during this match maybe at some point. Very alert during this match. Always very hard hitting, always very rough. Are the Kings of the North tag team matches. You always know what you're getting, so it's always fun to see them beat up some pretty boys as well. So obviously Stephen the Few, kind of a ravishing Rick Rude kind of thing about him, with his dazzling bathrobe or bedrobe or cloak, and then obviously Adam is pretty well known. He's got very, very big biceps, very big thighs. He was on Love Island, I believe. I don't know, I don't watch Love Island, so I have no clue. He puts himself across as the most handsome man in wrestling. His arms are huge. Very back and forth, which was really enjoyable. Both tag teams getting the upper hand at some point. A couple of dirty tactics news, shall we say, as in the Perplex Few feeling the need that they did not need to tag to get in and out of the ring, which was very interesting. They did eventually start tagging each other in and out, but it was very fun to watch that. Stephen Carvel, again, we saw him wrestle for the first time 6 months ago, and he is great. He's got a real good persona. We've seen him with a chef and management before. We've seen him single. We've seen him tag team now. Yeah, he's a really good varied wrestler, and it's great to see where he's going and what he's doing. Adam has a beautiful drop kick. he can get some height on the drop kick. It's absolutely fantastic. This match was nuts, pretty nuts, and Kings of the North won via disqualification when Stephen Carvel and Adam Flex decided to kick both members of Kings of the North in the nuts. So yes, of course you're going to get disqualified for that. They then beat them down for a wee while before announcing that they are no longer the Kings of the North, they are the Queens of the South. Which is great. So I'll be very interested to see where that goes, if that leads to another tag team match, maybe a no disqualification. Kings of the North are pretty comfortable with that, I would say, and I would say that would give them their opt chance to get some revenge on those low blows coming from Stephen Carvel and Adam Plex. That led us on then into our final match of the night, which was of course the Fatal 4-Way, which was the elimination match. We had Curtis Murray out first, Brian Core, Eddie Stone and Angel Cruz, Ultra Star, with Team Prick of course at ringside. Eddie, as I mentioned earlier, has a bit of a bone to pick with Curtis Murray after Curtis Murray kind of screwed him over in the last Uprising show. So of course Eddie went straight for Curtis Murray and everything just went a bit nuts from there. It's always a wee bit harder, I find, keeping your eye on everything, especially when you're down at ringside at one side of the ring. If something is happening on the other side, you have no clue. So eyes everywhere on this Fatal 4-Way match. I hope they put up a video of it because it was absolutely fantastic, absolutely amazing. A lot going on, as I said. So you had Joe flips, you had moonsaults, you had dives, Curtis Murray bouncing off all the ropes. Again, video. Match, so hopefully that video did a little bit of justice of everything that was going on. There was a lot of diving out of the ring, there was a lot of high rope maneuvers, and it was just a wee bit mental. Team Prick obviously got involved, they were taken out, they helped a lot with Angel Cruz. We had a shield power bomb at one point, and then at that point finally was the moment I've been waiting for, in that Gavin Fitz with I believe this Gunther, Isaac and another fella, and I'm really sorry I've forgotten his name. I'm still learning all this, but Fitz brought out two of his big boys, and they were able to take out Team Prick from behind Angel Cruz, and then that meant that he could get his revenge on Angel Cruz in the fatal 4-way in the middle bit. So of course Gavin took him out and let B Core cover him, pulled B Core to cover him. So Angel Cruz was eliminated first. Makes us down to 3. So we've got Eddie Stone, Curtis Murray and Brian Core left. These 3 guys are absolutely fantastic. Some absolutely amazing spots in this match. I didn't manage to catch the springboard, which is so annoying. Eddie Stone was up in one of the corners getting ready to perform a manoeuvre, I'm not too sure which because he never got to do it, on Brian Core, and Curtis Murray was to his side and jumped up on the top rope and pretty much RKO springboarded him in the air. It was pretty awesome. We've seen him do it before from across ropes, so it was pretty nuts. I'll put a video in here of all the other happenings. Brian Core pinned Eddie, so Eddie was then eliminated, which meant we were left with Curtis Murray and Brian Core. It's very interesting to see these 2 guys kick off. I don't think we've ever seen them singles wrestling before, so it was very interesting. Guys put it all out. It was pretty nuts. Some absolutely brilliant moves, and yeah, it turned out in the end Curtis Murray got the pin, so Curtis Murray won the Rise to the Throne tournament. Congrats to Curtis Murray. He's an up and coming wrestling star, so of course he would rise to the throne and win that tournament. It was a great night. Just after that happened though, we got a nice little surprise of course Eddie Stone coming back to take out Curtis Murray. Me and Steve were very pleased with that. We believe he got his revenge, and that he deserved to be in that ring and take that from Curtis Murray. Eddie Stone came out, beat down Curtis Murray a wee bit, performed his finisher, and then ran off with the trophy, we shall say. So the rightful champion, we're not too sure. Obviously Curtis Murray won the tournament, so he kind of is the rightful champion, but we were pleased to see Eddie come back and get that so-called revenge and finish on Curtis Murray. I'm sure he's been waiting for that since the last show, so I'm actually really interested to see if we'll maybe get a Curtis Murray versus Eddie Stone at the next Uprising. I think that would be a pretty awesome match. So yeah, that was pretty much the Uprising show. It was mental. It was real. We were really enjoyed it. Considering we'd just been to the WWE show a couple of days beforehand, we thought it was really good. We thought the matches were brilliant. Again, I keep going back, but that Jordan Devlin Scotty's match just stands out completely. It's absolutely nuts. And of course the elimination match there at the end with everything happening. So yeah, that is pretty much everything from the Uprising show. I hope I've explained it well enough. Videos hopefully should be in. I really hope I can find a way to put them in, because I really do think that will make it, and it'll give you a little insight as to how close we are and how much fun it is to be at the indie show. So that's Uprising. They haven't announced their next show yet, but as soon as they do, I will let you know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I did it some justice. I know I talk a lot. We all know I talk a lot, so I'm going to have to try and cut this way down because I've made so many mistakes and messed up so much. So yeah guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.